Hey everybody, my name is Mary Robinson. I am the CEO and owner of Robinson Revolution Inc. And I just had a few follow-up questions for you just with this amazing interview that you had with chemistry and just talking about your life. And one of the things you mentioned was the fact that you felt like you were uncoachable because you were just so good. Like, how do you define that? Because when you hear uncoachable and listening to your journey, it's like, well, how did you know that you had that it factor, that it was something very different that nobody really could touch, that you were like, man, if you don't have this type of game, I can't really listen to you?
So the way I knew that was because I started out playing. When I was playing, I was always tall. So I started out at the 5. I started off as a center. And as a center, you know, you're in the post, you learn to play with your back to the basket, you grab the rebounds, you keep the ball above your head, you turn, look for the out pass or whatnot. Good things like that, right? So with that being said, I had the time. I didn't have to work on it because I was always athletic, right? So that wasn't something I had to work on. So work on something that you're not good at. So certain things that I just wasn't really good at was, you know, like kind of handling the ball in traffic. But you know, you play 21, and you can't be like a football player, grab the rebound and walk away. Right. You need to be able to dribble out of traffic. So I got better. And the next thing you know, I wasn't getting stripped. Nobody was able to take it from me.
You can go coast to coast at this
point. I can go coast to coast, right? And coast to coast, not just straight line, but like zigzag. Oh, stop.
Floor.
That's right. Exactly. Look ahead. And then, you know, because you're running cycles also as a big, you grab the board, you kick it to the 1, the 1 kicks it up to the 2, or he swings it to the 3. And then what happens is it goes to the 1 or the 2. I mean, it goes to the 3 or the 2 or the 3. The 1 comes down, he gets it back or whatever. He kicks it around. The 5 is still coming down.
Right, down the middle.
He's still coming straight down the middle.
Following the ball.
And then, sure enough, and then it's probably a drop pass to the 5 through the middle or whatever. But to answer the question fully, I had more than that. And the fact that I knew all those positions as a big,
you had your basketball IQ.
I had that. And my uncle, when I was 14, told me, he said, Lorenzo, there are no more positions in basketball. You have to be able to do it all. And now we look at today's game.
And that's how everybody plays.
That's how everybody plays.
Not a true nothing anymore. You're not a true 5. And if you are, you got to be damn good.
So when I say I was uncoachable, I was never disrespectful. Right. It was just that I knew that
you knew your talent.
I knew my talent, and I knew that other people didn't understand it because they didn't have it. They don't know how did you come to that? How did you get that? So the uncoachable part came more in the high school during that mixtape era or whatnot. That mixtape era, because I mean, I just wanted to put the ball on the ground. Every big, it's like they say, every rapper wants to be a basketball player. Every basketball player wants to be a rapper. That's what they say, which is crazy. It's crazy. I mean, some people got bars, but still at the same time, it's like, it's crazy. So every big wants to bring the ball down the court.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you get some little guys like, man, I'll post you up, big man, da da da. And it's like, bro, you got to turn around and score though.
Right, and that's not even gonna happen.
That's not good. You're too small, right?
You're just too little.
Correct, absolutely correct.
Yeah.
And because I understood that on both sides, I was like, yo, I was able to incorporate that. The only issue was that coaches couldn't see that. When I came out of high school, I came out as a 2. Okay. So I made my way all the way to 2. I've always been the tallest guy on the team, except for like sophomore year. But junior, senior, I was the tallest, and I played 3-2 to 2. And then when I went to college,
6'6". And you could so.
Yeah, so that's crazy in 2001.
Yeah,
right.
Like that's tall.
That's tall.
But then in the league, you were mentioning that like that's kind of itty bitty.
That's really short. That's really short.
Which is, there's no way.
It's crazy because like you don't understand how short it really is till you see it. Like
it's a different ball game when you like going to the league and all that stuff.
It's a totally different ball game.
You stand out in a crowd of normal people, but 6'6" on NBA regulation stuff, and you're like, yo, this dude is like 6 foot.
Right. I have a video where I tell people this in general, but I have a video where I'm telling the guy, I'm like, yo, Steph Curry is 6'3". I'm like, he does all this right here. Nobody says that to him. I'm like, I'm only 3 inches taller than him.
Right.
It's like I'm only 3 inches taller than this man. It does matter.
And then you calculate like wingspan.
That's where it's at.
That's a difference maker.
That's where it's at. I tell people this too. So when I got to the point, when I went to the NBDL joint, that's when I realized like, I don't want it as bad as these guys want it.
Okay, because that was my other, when you said you quit, I was like, quitting? That's not something like, I wasn't expecting you to say that. Just based off of your success and your track record, you really think people grind it out and they don't quit anything. And when you mention it, I think it's just because of self-awareness. Like, you knew your value, your worth. And then that goes back to, you know, you knowing that, hey man, I'm this coach, yeah, that's great, but I know my potential, I know where I'm heading. And then so how do you kind of mix that in there?
So when you put different moves together and you can create, you start transforming stuff.
You change the game.
You change the
Literally.
game. And I can't have my son going out there trying to defend something that I was a creator to.
You know what?
And I don't know how to stop
That's
that.
true. I can't even stop my own. You can't stop your own stuff.
That's what Hot Sauce said. Hot Sauce said, he said, yeah, of course I'm not gonna be able to stop my own move. It's my move. He's like, it's my move. Like,
unstoppable.
it's unstoppable.
Like,
I can't stop it. What make you think if he can't stop it? What make you think I can stop it? We don't develop. We don't work on defense. We do defensive slides as warm-ups. We don't work on defense. But you got a couple of guys that are out there like this. So I train my son to be defensive versus offensive. Now he'll pop.
The saying goes, defense wins games.
Oh my gosh, I'm so against that though.
Okay.
I am so against that.
That's like it's like an old school thought.
No, I don't think it's old school.
It's been around for so long. That's why I say it.
I think about it in a logic, yes and no, but I think about it in a logic sense, right? If you have the greatest defense and the greatest offense, the defense is going to stop that offense every so often because it's the greatest defense, but this is the greatest offense.
Right.
They're going to score every so often.
They have to.
Right, but then the greatest defense may not have the greatest offense or good offense. That's why I say it.
It gives you like more opportunities to score.
Yes.
But you have to be attacking the score.
You got to attack the score.
You have to be offensive, and it's like offensively, if you know your game and you're the greatest, you'll adjust to the defense.
Right.
And you'll catch somebody slipping on a back cut, or you'll catch somebody slipping in a different area because you can only hold defense for so long, you know? So I definitely, you're giving me a different perspective on defense wins games.
Free throws win games.
Okay.
Free throws win games.
Absolutely. I've seen so many great games die to free throws. And I'm just like, they free.
Free.
You want to get me frustrated watching the game? It's that right there.
Free shots.
Free throws that you should practice on your own time. And that's all you. Like,
I was watching a video on YouTube, and Coach K, I'm a Duke fan.
Okay.
Coach K was talking, and Coach K said, he was talking about Kobe Bryant, and he was saying how Kobe Bryant doesn't get open shots because he's always double teamed or whatever. And this is Team USA he's talking about.
Yes.
And
R.
he says,
Kobe.
right, yeah, RIP. That
hurt the world. Not to give you this, but that hurt everybody. It doesn't matter if you were a big basketball fan, you knew who Kobe was, and it was just.
That's right. That
was one loss for the world.
That's such a big deal. That's a GOAT. But
yes.
He said, Kobe said that to Coach K, and he said, well, you got LeBron out there, you got KD out there, you know, you're not going to get double teamed. You know what I'm saying? They got to be there. You're going to be open. And he said when he went out there and he shot, he was wide open. He said he got those wide open shots. Absolutely. And he missed them. Because he's not used to it. Because he's not used to that, right? So if you're not, and then he said Coach K, the point of it was Coach K was saying how Kobe went in the gym after that and just worked on just that. Which goes back to what you're saying. Wide open shots, you should always hit them.
Yes.
Wide open shots, you should always hit them. Like if they're in a specific area, you should always hit them. You should be good in one spot. And free throws, you should always hit them.
100%.
You should always hit them. I mean, you may miss it, but like that's the difference between being pro and being really good.
Okay.
And when I say really good is like on the brink of being pro. I always said elbow jumpers get you to the league.
Wow.
And that's one of the things, or what they call now with the youngins, they all call it the midi or whatever, mid-range, like the midi or whatever.
We'll elaborate on that. Why do you think so?
Why do I think that the mid-range gets you
there? That right there will get you in the league.
Because anybody can shoot a three. Everybody can't make a three, right? A midi is free throw line extended.
Yeah.
Right? Regardless of where you at, it's still like free throw line distance. Same motion, same distance. The difference is you jumping a little bit, right? Now, depending on the level you're playing at, high school, college, pro, it's the drop of the dime. Yep. And kind of like I spoke about in another interview about, like, I was asked about my release, why it's so fast or whatever. Well, it's gotta be because a midi in the pro world and on the NBA level is not. I mean, like you talking about the guy that's jumping to block the shot is standing under the goal and you're halfway to the free throw line,
he
still can get to the ball, and it's not goaltending because you got to shoot it up so high. When I played 3X, I had to guard Mamadou Injai. I'm 6'6". Mamadou is 7'6". So this is the first time I've ever played anybody.
A whole foot and some tall.
First time I ever played a person a whole foot taller than me.
So his body could block it, and he didn't even raise his arm.
Man, look. Look.
What do you even do with that?
There's so much you can't do. There's so much you can't do.
Caitlin Clark at it, just shoot, just the.
It was crazy. Now his leg strength wasn't strong, so I was able to push him out. Now because I'm playing offense on my side, he's playing defense, and then when it switches, I have to defend that. So like, how do you stop something like that that's being posted up? I can't even contest the ball on a pass.
Yes.
Right. So he boomed on me in nationals, but he boomed on me off vert from the charge circle.
Okay, then that's a fair game. It's kind of like you really can't do nothing.
There's nothing you could do about it. I mean, like I stopped him 3 other times.
You have to like when he put the ball down. That's when you have to.
Nah, you don't even do that. You don't even do that. Nah, you can't do that because if you miss, it's over. It's over. Nah, you got to let him do whatever he's gonna do. You got to try to catch the ball going up when he turns.
That even just sounds rough. Like
there's video footage. He boomed it. He boomed that joint. It was just like boom. He boomed it. I got it out the net. They made a whole mix of him dunking on like guys. He dunked on like 4 different guys or whatever in nationals, and we played at the Naismith Hall of Fame. That's where we played at. When we did that.
You know, in the Durham League, I love that one. That was like my let's get warm and make sure I start up. But now I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready to dominate this year.
Okay.
I got a few seasons under my belt and finding my game. It's gonna be good.
So you feel like you're back in the groove of things.
Oh, yeah.
So you've taken some time out, like you said, with education and work, and then your own business or whatnot, your own ventures also, not just your business, but other ventures also. So now you feel like you're in a place because I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you what I told my youngest this the other day, and I'm gonna tell this to you because I'm way older than you.
Not way older.
Nah, way older.
You don't.
I don't. That's the thing. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I've never tried neither one.
Health is wealth, people. Health is wealth.
It is.
And you see it. And then, black don't crack.
It don't. And it's crazy because, I'm going to switch back to the health thing or whatnot. But what I was always told was they would say, never stop playing.
Yeah. Keep
playing. And I had got to a point. So the reason why I don't play FIBA 3X basketball anymore is because they had found blood clots in my lungs.
Yeah.
And when they found the blood clots in my lungs, they put me on an Eliquis pill. So
it's a blood thinner, right?
It's a blood thinner, right? It's a blood thinner that prevents my blood from clotting so rapidly, or whatnot. Because I'm pretty sure your blood is supposed to clot.
It is
to a certain extent,
have,
right?
Injuries and stuff, and so with the blood thinners, it kind of helps it go through the flow. But it also stops that mechanism of where, like, if you get cut or if you're, and then the fact that you didn't drink is a benefit to you because alcohol thins your blood. So it could have been something, but alcohol is also terrible for you. So,
I mean, not saying that I advocate the drink. If I was drinking, I might not have developed the blood clots. You see, I don't know, but I like the route that I went.
Yes,
I like the route that I went.
Other organs are thinking
everything, right? Yeah, there's other factors to it, right?
Cracking skin and all that good stuff.
So, with that being said, because of the Eliquis, contact is I have to be more aware of contact. So, like, I would bruise easier. But when I came out of the hospital, and I get a message from the hoop bus. The hoop bus is the bus that has the basketball goals on the front and the back, and they drive around the country and they do a lot of different things. So the founder of the hoop bus is Nico. I played Nico back in 2014 in the Nike Pagal tournament. Like I said, I have a lot of different stories. I've met a lot of different people.
I hear the name drops and the stories.
People wouldn't know the names.
10 years ago.
That was 2014. Sure was.
10 years ago.
Sure was.
Time is flying.
Man, and this is the second time that I'm encountered with the hoop bus, right?
Okay.
So I get a message from the road manager at the time. She's like, yo, Nico said to hit you up. He said you can put us in contact with a couple of different spots to bring the bus out to. I didn't even know they was in town. And I was like, yeah, I can do da 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 da. So things that I made sure was I was like, yo, we can go to all these places, but we got to go to Durham. So we have to come to Durham because everything, man. Like, yo, put us in contact. I was like, yo, man, you gotta come to Durham. So I get out of the hospital like my 2 days, and this is when they get to town. They get to town.
Perfect timing.
We called it from the grave to the tour.
Okay.
That's what we called it or whatnot. Because technically, I mean, like I could have checked out. I could have checked out because it was in my lungs. It was in my lungs, and it was in there for a couple of days in general because I was going through some pain. So that's
you went
I
to
felt
the hospital,
it.
like you.
I had lifted some weights prior to that, so I'm thinking it's just like because I haven't lifted in forever, so I'm thinking it's muscle pain.
Yeah.
Right, because it felt like a cramp, and the kind of cramp where if you inhale and you exhale, it feel like you can like crack it and it just like kind of just feel it like it's kind of like
muscles tightening.
Yeah, like it just that's what it felt like at first, but then like 2 o'clock in the morning, it was like a 8 to 10 like squeeze like right here. I never let it put me on the ground. I went to the urgent care or whatever, and we thought it was muscle stuff too. I made it like 2 more days, and the doctor turned around. He was like, sir, you got blood clots in your lungs. I knew that was bad, but I didn't understand like how bad is that really?
Yeah, yes.
For those who are watching, your lungs, your heart, your brain, it's fatal.
All that.
That's fatal.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It can have, it's kind of like almost like an aneurysm.
Yeah.
Because you can't track it, and you know people that pass away from aneurysms. It's just like random. They can be healthy, but it's always linked to something of that nature.
Yeah.
June is Men's Health Month. And it's just, you got to take care of your health. And especially, man, we need our men, we need our dads, we need all those things. Need our brothers. And it's just like, you're like a living proof that you have to make sure you're good.
Yeah, you have to.
Like you said, even if it wasn't for sports, the military was something that was able to help you understand how important your health is.
Right.
And you're able to, be an example of that.
Right. My father says, my father was in the service. So my father is a retired Garrison Command Sergeant Major, Airborne Ranger. And
thank you. Thank him for his
for sure, for sure. I went to Iraq.
You too as well, right?
I wasn't enlisted. I wasn't a soldier.
Okay.
I was a government contractor when I went to Iraq.
Well, thank you for what you did.
For sure. I mean, I was there. It's
crazy.
Yeah, I'm saying like I was there.
I
was there. I don't even talk about it for real because it gets me a little, but I was there. But he always says you got to take care of your feet. If you don't take care of your feet, all your issues run up your legs, and it comes to your back, into your hips, and it gets to your back.
Yep.
And if you don't take care of your feet, you can't walk. And it's kind of like like war, right? Yeah, it's kind of like war. It's just like if you take out an enemy's eyes, meaning removing their air. You know what I'm saying? If you remove their planes, their helicopters, they can't see you when you're coming. You know what I mean? They have no aerial view.
Yeah.
Now we can come in from the top,
and they won't even know.
And you won't even know. And then we can attack from the top down versus just attacking straight across traditional old school. There's nothing you can do about that. So if you don't be proactive about the things that are simple, you run the risk of having a lot more damage. Kind of like
the age, it doesn't matter, the background, that preventative maintenance, and figuring out what it is that you need for your life. You longevity. You got to do that.
Oh yeah, you got to.
I got one last question, and we'll wrap this up. What would you say is, and I'll say one thing.
Okay.
One thing or one tip to somebody who is, have been through some things. Like I took so much away from our conversation. One, you were working in the hospital.
Yeah.
And didn't even know it, and things kind of worked out for you in your favor. What would you say about your mentality when it comes to going after your dreams, going after your goals, and facing adversity? What would be the one tip or the one thing that you would say that changes you or makes you different kind of from everybody else, but they could take away to learn?
Just do it, because you came in the world by yourself. You're going to leave by yourself. You can't take anything with you. So if that's something that you really want to do, just do it. It's not going to be easy. It may be easy. Chances are it's not going to be easy.
Right.
You're not going to know where to start. Sometimes you know where to start, but you just have to do it anyway, right? If you really want to do it, just do it. That's the advice that I would honestly give. If I want to be a content creator, just do it.
Yeah.
If I want to have a super high paying job of some sort, and you know, try to get to it by whatever means that I can get to it, that I understand, just do it. You never know until you try. Right. Because when you're trying, you also run into people. And if you run into people and they know that you're trying something, you don't know what they can offer you. And you don't know who you're talking to. Yeah. You may be talking to somebody that's on the same type of vision, same type of path. And when you get there, it's like, oh, you know. And
we knew that, yeah.
We knew that. That's why.
They say you can't understand my path if you don't have my vision.
Yep. That's right. But everybody's vision is different. Right. Which is another, it is always something that's contradicting, but, you know, you just have to take it with a grain of salt. And I think one of the things that I have learned is being more accepting. Is being more accepting, open-minded. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go with it.
Be gullible. You know?
Just at least listen. And you can still make your own assumptions from there or whatnot.
Make your own decisions. But yeah, tell us about this fit.
Oh,
that's gonna launch next month.
Yeah, so this is the Nomadhoops, you know, breast cancer awareness shirt or whatnot. Got the walking willy here. Got the got my ribbons right here where my O's would go. These shorts they're not out. I don't think these are gonna go into production. They are fire. They probably really need to. We want to know. I know. So exclusive. These are actually exclusive. These are very exclusive. So this right here is the Nomadhoops Wild Illegal tee.
The moves you be doing.
The moves are wild illegal, right? Okay. So with this being said, this is a shirt that is not on my site. This is about to go up on the site though. The Wild Illegal shirt is about to go up on the site. So you're welcome. You're welcome. That's about to happen. All right. Let me take what you got. Oh, this is the white. This is the white. Of what you got on? Yeah, of what I have on, the white breast cancer awareness. Yeah. Next month, right? October. Yep. This will be up for October. This will be up for October. This will be, and this will only be up for the month of October. Okay. So get it in October. That's Tuesday is the 1st. Yep. And then, like I said, we had this one. Now this is something that's brand new. Okay. Just pressed, just made. Ooh, look at that. I don't even have a name for it. But basically the concept is it looks like a tag. It looks like a tag that would normally go inside the shirt. This is the actual size of this shirt. It's an extra large. That's even better. Let everybody know. 100%. Big buy. Yeah, 100% Nomadhoops, right? Got the walking bucket, you know what I'm saying? 100% walking bucket, right? But see, these are the actual instructions for washing a white shirt, except it says
good quality. You need to know how to wash it.
Yeah, no, you really do. You really do. Like things like this is heavy duty.
Are not created the same.
They're not. So this one right here says machine wash, stay in the game, no dry clean, keep it out of bounds, tumble dry low, shoot for a soft finish, and then finish iron, maintain that game ready look. So
when I say all the stuff and you got this nice on the back here, on your neck, I'm trying to tell you, anything that gives me instructions and fire is.
I appreciate that.
Y'all gotta get the gear, man. Y'all gotta get it.
And you know, with that being said, man, you know, I'm Zobeone Knobe. Don't act like you don't know me. You know me, Zobe, man. I'm Nomadhoops, bro. You know I'm out of here.